Hello, today I'll be talking about Hitmonlee, who, along with Hitmonchan, is the first Pokemon to get a pre-evolution in a later generation that creates a split evolution. Starting in Gen 2, it is one of the evolutions of Tyrogue, who evolves at level 20 into Hitmonlee when his attack is higher than his defense. Hitmonlee is also the first Pokemon to be 100% male without its gender split into two Pokemon, i.e. Nidoran. Its previous PYC dates are June 11th, 1996, April 2nd, 1999, January 21st, 2002, November 11th, 2004, April 2nd, 2007, June 23rd, 2010, April 13th, 2013, February 2nd, 2016, November 23rd, 2018, and September 13th, 2021. I love the name reference, but I don't love its design. It's definitely my least favorite of the three Tyrogue evolutions. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article.
Hello! Welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Hitmonlee, the kicking Pokemon, whose number is 0106. This is what it looks like. Type is fighting. Abilities: Limber or Reckless in Gen 4+. Unburden is its hidden ability. Gender ratio is 100% male. Catch rate is 45. Or 11.9%. Breeding is egg group human-like. Hatch time 25 cycles. Height is 4'11" or 1.5 meters. Weight is 109.8 pounds or 49.8 kilograms. Base experience yield is 139 the first 4 gens and 159 in 5+. Leveling rate is medium fast. EV yield is 2 and attack. Shape is that. Footprint is that. Pokedex color is brown. And base friendship is 70. Hitmonlee is a fighting type Pokemon introduced in Gen 1. It evolves from Tyrogue starting at level 20 when Tyrogue's attack is higher than its defense. It is one of Tyrogue's final forms, the other being Hitmonchan and Hitmontop. Biology: Hitmonlee is a humanoid Pokemon with an ovoid body, lacking a distinct neck and head. Its upper torso has almond-shaped eyes with black space around them, and appears to lack a nose and mouth. Primarily brown, it has cream-colored, segmented arms and legs. Each hand has 3 fingers, and each foot has 3 clawed toes. The soles of its feet and its ankles have circular yellow pads. Hitmonlee is an exclusively male species with no female counterpart. Hitmonlee's legs freely contract and stretch similar to a coiled spring, and one particular Hitmonlee can do this with its arms as well. The source of its power comes from the ligaments in its legs that Hitmonlee can fully control. This flexibility allows Hitmonlee to run with lengthy strides, giving it greater reach for its kicks. Its excellent sense of balance enables it to kick in succession from any position. Hitmonlee's kicking strength is incredibly powerful, owing to its diamond-like soles. Right before kicking an opponent, Hitmonlee will harden the muscles on the soles of its foot, allowing it to maximize the full power of its kick. It has sometimes been nicknamed the Kick Master. After battling, it rubs down its legs to relax the tight muscles. Rarely found in the wild, it is primarily found in urban areas. It has been seen competing with either Hitmonchan or Hitmontop. Hitmonlee has had several kicking moves as signature moves: High Jump Kick prior to Gen 3, Jump Kick prior to Gen 4, Rolling Kick prior to Gen 7, Mega Kick in Gen 2, and from Gen 4 to 6. Prior to Gen 5, Reckless was Hitmonlee's signature ability. Evolution: Hitmonlee evolves from Tyrogue. So you can see that here, Tyrogue, Hitmonlee. Game data: NPC appearances, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Time, and Explorers of Darkness. Hitmonlee, together with Bronzong and Regigigas, are the statues that came alive to battle the player in Aegis Cave. Hitmonlee stretching its legs in Pokemon Adventures. So this is supposed to be like up in the biology section for some reason. It's down here. Pokedex entries in Gen 1. Red and Blue. When in a hurry, its legs lengthen progressively. It runs smoothly with extra long, loping strides. Yellow. When kicking, the sole of its foot turns as hard as diamond on impact and destroys its enemy. Stadium. Repeatedly kicks its enemy with legs that freely stretch and contract. Some people refer to it as the Kicking Master. Gen 2 Gold. This amazing Pokemon has an awesome sense of balance. It can kick in succession from any position. Silver. If it starts kicking repeatedly, both legs will stretch even longer to strike a fleeing foe. Crystal. It is also called the Kick Master. It uses its elastic legs to execute every known kick. Stadium 2 is just gold again. In Gen 3, in Ruby and Sapphire, Hitmonlee's legs freely contract and stretch. Using these spring-like legs, it bowls over foes with devastating kicks. After battle, it rubs down its legs and loosens the muscles to overcome fatigue. Emerald. Its legs freely stretch and contract. Using these spring-like limbs, it bowls over foes with devastating kicks. After battle, it rubs down its tired legs. Fire Red. The legs freely contract and stretch. The stretchy legs allow it to hit a distant foe with a rising kick. Leaf Green is basically red and blues, but extra long is now one word with a hyphen. In Gen 4 in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, Its legs can stretch double. First-time foes are startled by its extensible reach. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are their Gold and Silver counterparts. The Gen 5 Pokedex entries are Diamond, Pearl, and Platinums. In Gen 6, X is Fire Reds. Y's is basically the silver entries, but slightly different, so we'll read it. If it starts kicking repeatedly, both legs will stretch to strike a fleeing foe. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are the Ruby and Sapphire counterpart. The Gen 7 Pokedex entry is Yellow's entry. In Gen 8, the Swords entry is the Gold entries. Shields is Fire Red and X's. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are very similar to their Diamond and Pearl counterpart, but slightly different, so we'll read it. Its legs can stretch to double their length. First-time foes are startled by Hitmonlee's extensible reach. In Gen 9 and Scarlet, at the exact moment it lands a kick on its target, Hitmonlee hardens the muscles on the sole of its foot, maximizing the power of the kick. Violet, it has complete control over the ligaments in its legs, expanding and contracting them to double the reach of its kicks. So here we've got Hitmonlee in the Blueberry Pokedex. It's fighting a Hitmontop. That's clever. I wonder if it'll be the reverse pose when we get to the Hitmontop one. Game locations, side game locations, events, held items. Pokemon caught in Gen 1 must be traded to a Gen 2 game in order for an held item to appear. So in Red, Blue, and Yellow, you get a Bitterberry 100% of the time. Stadium, from round 1, you get a normal box 100% of the time. From round 2, you get a gorgeous box 100% of the time. From Pokemon XD Gills of Darkness, you get a black belt 100% of the time. Stats, base stats, HP 50, attack 120, defense 53, special attack 35, special defense 110, speed 87, for a total of 455. This Pokemon's special base stat in Gen 1 was 35. Pokeathon stats, type effectiveness, damage normally by normal, fighting, poison, ground, ghost, steel, fire, water, grass, electric, ice, and dragon, weak to flying, psychic, and fairy for double, immune to nothing, resistant to rock, bug, and dark for half. Learn set by leveling up. We'll start with Evo here, but then we'll go down to Wide Guard. Upon evolution, you get Brick Break, 21 Wide Guard, 24 Blaze Kick, 28 Feint, 32 Mega Kick, 36 Close Combat, 40 Reversal, 44 High Jump Kick, and 50 Axe Kick. Upon evolution, you get Brick Break, 21 Wide Guard, 24 Blazing Kick, 28 Feint, 32 Mega Kick, 36 Close Combat, 40 Reversal, 44 High Jump Kick, and 50 Axe Kick. For by TM here, what I'm going to do for the Tyrogue line is I'm going to read all of this, and then I will read Hitmonchan's as well, but I won't do Tyrogue or Hitmontop. The reason is because this one I figure will be more focused on kicking, while Hitmonchan's will be more focused on punching, and so Tyrogue and Hitmontop are more of a mix between them, so I assume they'll be the same TMs or very similar TMs. By TM, 1 Takedown, 5 Mudslap, 6 Scary Face, 7 Protect, 12 Low Kick, 18 Thief, 25 Facade, 28 Bulldoze, 32 Swift, 36 Rock Tomb, 39 Low Sweep, 43 Fling, 47 Endure, 49 Sunny Day, 50 Rain Dance, 58 Brick Break, 64 Bulk Up, 66 Body Slam, 70 Sleep Talk, 80 Metronome, 83 Poison Jab, 84 Stomping Tantrum, 85 Rest, 86 Rock Slide, 87 Taunt, 88 Swords Dance, 103 Substitute, 112 Aura Sphere, 130 Helping Hand, 132 Baton Pass, 134 Reversal, 149 Earthquake, 150 Stone Edge, 152 Giga Impact, 158 Focus Blast, 167 Close Combat, 171 Terra Blast, 181 Knockoff, 184 Vacuum Wave, 185 Lunge, 191 Uproar, 204 Double Edge, 205 Endeavor, 213 Coaching, 221 Throat Chop, and 229 Upper Hand. So, for by breeding here, I'm just gonna read it in this article, not reading it in either of the other Hitmons or Tyrogues. Hitmonchan gives you Bullet Punch, this group gives you Counter, this group gives you Feint, Hitmonlee gives you High Jump Kick, Hitmonchan gives you Mach Punch, Hitmontop gives you Rapid Spin, and Hitmonchan gives you Vacuum Wave. Nothing by prior evolution, side game data here. Pokemon Ranger Guardian Signs in the browser entry. It creates shockwaves around itself that make Pokemon paused. Okay, got all this. Pokepark Wii, Pikachu's Adventure. In the Pokepark Pad entry, Hitmonlee is taking a break at the hot spring in the Cavern Zone on the way to the Lava Zone. He's a heavy hitter when it comes to Bastiodon's Block Barrage. Okay, you got all this. Okay. Evolution data is Baby from Tyrogue. So, You can do this one to breed it and get the Tyrogue, or level 20, when its attack is greater than its defense, you get the Hitmonlee. Apparently that can be obtained with the Power Bracer. Sprites here, so you got the basics down pretty early. You got the souls, you've got the little thing, you got the brown, that's pretty good. Not many are their actual final colors, so this is pretty cool. I mean, obviously not all of the details are their finals, but got 3 long kind of fingers. They become a little bit chubbier, I guess, as time goes on. Claws become a little different. Generally stay the same. Yep. And the back sprite just kind of works for all of them because they're all the same shape. I mean, it's slightly a different round for this one, but basically could work. Gen 2, so these now are a different color. We get the shiny is a green with purple. That's kind of cool. Yeah, we got all that. Basically the same. It doesn't really change much. I guess we get the side little thing there instead of just the ball of the foot. We also get sort of the side thing. I guess that's introduced in yellow, but it's more distinct in this one. Claws are also a distinct color. So in Gen 3, we get all the colors now. These are sort of a grayish white. These are yellow. So this is now just a green with sort of that grayish white. Again, then, okay. And these balls are green instead of purple like they were in Gen 2. They're like a lighter green than its body, though. Okay. So Gen 4 introduces it, makes them kind of more yellow. It kind of stays the same. I think it's slightly different green. And the browns, I think, are also different in Gen 3. Yep. Oh, it makes it sort of a tan, I guess. Oh, that's interesting for the shiny. Yeah. This one's back is, whatever, that's the same color, which it shouldn't be. That's interesting. That's an interesting mistake in Gen 4. Okay, and Gen 5, you get the full back sprite, so of course they fixed the mistake, the coloring mistake. Yep. Gen 6, you get the models. So now this is, actually they kind of reversed them. This is now the more yellow legs, and these are the more tan ones. That's interesting. Slightly lighter colors, of course. Yeah, models don't really change that much. Pretty faithful models, I'd have to say. I mean, these arm cuffs are a little bit weird, but other than that, pretty good. Yeah, Let's Go Pikachu obviously makes it a little bit better. Sword and Shield, of course, even better. We get to see sort of more like spring-like here, kind of like we kind of had in the other ones. These kind of lose a little bit of that springiness look to it. Yep, the homes, of course. Yep. This shows more, the darker colors, the yellow with sort of the tan, although this kind of stays the same more or less. So that's interesting. In the anime, Hitmonlee in the anime. Okay, got all this. Yep. Yep, okay. Pokedex entries in episode 166 in Ash's Pokedex. Hitmonlee, the kicking Pokemon. This nimble Pokemon launches lethal kicks from almost any position. In Advanced Generations, episode 145, in the same Pokedex, Hitmonlee, the kicking Pokemon. Hitmonlee can extend and retract its legs at will to kick opponents from almost any distance. In Diamond and Pearl, episode 184 in Dawn's Pokedex, Hitmonlee, the kicking Pokemon, in the evolved form of Tyrogue. Its legs double in length, and opponents are surprised by Hitmonlee's attack range when facing it for the first time. Pokemon Origins, Hitmonlee in Pokemon Origins, in the manga, Hitmonlee in Pokemon Adventures. Cool, yep, got all this. In the TCG, other appearances in Super Smash Bros. When released from a Pokeball, Hitmonlee will perform a jump kick targeting the nearest opponent. The jump moves in an arc heavily affected by gravity, but deals a great amount of damage and upward knockback to any foe it hits. Hitmonlee was replaced by Scizor in Super Smash Bros. Melee, who attacks in a similar way. Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS, Hitmonlee appears as a trophy in the 3DS version only, not the Wii U version. Trophy information? Sometimes referred to as the Kickmaster. This flexible fighting-type Pokemon can extend each leg to nearly twice its natural length. It can often be seen rubbing its legs down after a battle. In the original Super Smash Bros., it would shout to get itself pumped up and then launch fighters directly upward with a powerful kick. So you can see the Hitmonlee trophy in Super Smash Bros. For 3DS. You can see particularly that they made the legs the yellow again, since it definitely wasn't that way in the actual models in the games. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Hitmonlee appears as a spirit. Trivia: Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan are the only Pokemon that were introduced as not being related to each other in an evolutionary family, but later became part of the same evolutionary family as each other. According to Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Prima's official strategy guide, Hitmonlee is the only Pokemon recommended for the disc catch that is not a flying type. Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan received the biggest increase to their special stat in Gen 2, gaining 75 points of special defense. Hitmonlee has more former signature moves than any other Pokemon, with a total of 4. Hitmonlee's English name was suggested by Bill Geis, who assisted in the naming of many Gen 1 Pokemon. Origin based on its Japanese name and kicking attribute, Hitmonlee may represent Japanese kickboxer Tadashi Samura. Hitmonlee may be a personification of martial arts that focus on kicking, such as kickboxing, savate, muay thai, and taekwondo. Due to its lack of a head, Hitmonlee's design bears a resemblance to mythical headless men such as Zaishin and the Hindu demon Kabanta. Hitmonlee's legs are stretchy and can act like a spring, which reminds of cartoonish concept of punching glove on a spring. Hitmonlee is named after Bruce Lee and may additionally involve a combination of hit and monster. The name is also related to Hitmonchan and Hitmontop, both of which are parallel evolutions to it as of Gen 2. Saamular may be derived from Tadashi Samura, a famous kickboxer, very likely. In other languages, related articles, references, external links to the Super Smash Bros. Series. Let's move on.
Now let's watch Hitmonlee's first scene in the anime.
Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 29, The Punchy Pokemon. In this episode, Ash Ketchum and his traveling companions Brock and Misty have met Rebecca here. Her father owns this gym, the Fighting Spirit Gym. Yep.
Gym.
There's the Hitmonlee.
He won Grand Prix.
P1 is short for the Pokemon #1 Grand Prix.
Okay, and so that we have to cut because this is where we had the Machop line here, so. Yep, and that's, I guess, Hitmonlee's first appearance. Let's move on.
Now let's see why people love Hitmonlee. Now let's look at fan art.
Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you familiar with the series, might be wondering why we're on this single image. That's because this is the only image we'll be doing today. So this is Hitmonlee by Joshua Dunlop. It's a more realistic Hitmonlee here. I could maybe see it being in Detective Pikachu. I don't know. I don't know. It's pretty cool. Yep. Very realistic and CGI and stuff. Yep. Okay, let's move on.
Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I won't be streaming tonight as I need to wait until I talk about Snorlax before I can get a Hitmonlee. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Hitmonchan. As always, this isn't my proper outfit. You'll see me tomorrow.